It depends. I mean, those plants are. You usually get one in May or June, and then you get another one in July or August.
He said that banana plant is 3 months old.
What we find is they continue to just bear on and on and on. Once they get the age. Now, the other thing about this silly little banana plant only being 3 months old is look at the little cockeye coming out. So you got another one right there. To prove we can do it. 5, 6 inch fish. You know it. They're getting ahead in there, let you know. So yeah, anyway, so this is the 5 and 6 inch fish out of a 300 gallon tank. This is an 1100 gallon tank we cut down to 8. On the 800 gallon tank, that's anything after the 6 inch. And why do we do that? Can you hear me back there, all right? All right. So why do we do that? Why do we take the 6 inch fish down to the main grow out tank? Anything over 6 inches is what? They kind of leave each other alone. They're not as carnivorous. But these guys here are absolutely amazing. Now, when we're talking about round tanks, I know Charlie hit the idea of round tanks being self-cleaning, and there's a reason why. There's still, even if you use tilapia, they won't necessarily be self-cleaning. With the system that you see here, you see the outside, you'll see an outside tube on the outside of this. That's an air tube. This is one of my own designs. Like I was saying, I am an engineer. I can almost spell it, by the way. But what I do is I take the air stones off the tube and I drop them 3/4 of an inch off the bottom of the tank. Now with that happening, as you can see what's going on around this tank, you see how everything flows? Everything flows to the center of the tank because of the air movement along with the fish. The fish keep it kind of turned up, but the air stones keep everything flowing to the center of the tank. From the center of the tank, they run straight out to the clarifier. So now if you open up the tank, you can see down to the bottom down here, and you can see the bottom of the tank with the lights. We've had this tank running almost 3 years now, and there isn't a spot on the bottom of this tank, so you can see how self-cleaning really works. Especially since we don't have a bottom drain here. We have side drains. Yep, they're almost time for them to be cleaned. Matter of fact, they are time to be cleaned. You should always have a secondary set of air stones sitting around, clean ones. And then once every 2 to 3, 4 weeks, depending on how dirty yours get, about every 4 weeks you just swap them out and just clean them. Swap them out and clean them.
Do those drain pipes go to the bottom of the Rubbermaid
They do not.
Right there.
Everything in those totes are set up the exact same way this is. And those totes are self-cleaning as well. Makes sense.
So would you say 3 to 4 weeks you clean this?
About every 4 weeks, you just swap them out. Or if as long as they're clean, you kind of leave them there. It just really depends.
So you never have to empty and scrub
no. We just take the air stones up, just pop them off and pop the new one on and drop it in. And you got to remember that when your air stones start getting, well, you can see, I mean, we just cleaned these not too long ago, but they're getting there. Yeah. But as you can see, they start getting crapped up. What happens when they get crapped up? They become very inefficient. It takes a lot of pressure to put air through those stones. So if you keep your air stones clean, your pumps don't have to work as hard to keep air pumping through them. And you'll notice when we get up here that I've got 2 pumps here. One's just a backup pump, and it automatically kicks on if the other one drops off pressure. And the pump, as you can see, there's a tube that runs around the top of the building up here, all the way around to to the other side over there and all the way upstairs. We use the same pump to power this whole building. And it works well. Oh, well, we've got a regenerative with pumps back there, and they're pretty good size.
So how much are you actually using anything upstairs right now with the water? Or?
No. We had to stop because of the city. Yeah, oh,
Because
it was.
why? What
Let
did
me
they
tell you,
say?
we were going full guns up there.
Why won't they let you? What is it?
Well, because the city decided remember we were telling you we were having trouble with the city? They came in and, even though it was regulated, it was already marked up there at 145 pounds per square foot live load. They looked at us and said, prove it. Well, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars to have somebody come in and do a live load test.
So you're better off just not doing it.
So we just said, okay, see you. And we just took everything down. We still use it up there, even though they say that you can see the new sticker up there. It says 40 pounds per square foot. You do realize you're more than 40 pounds per square foot. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like everything else. You just got to play with them. You just got to play the game. We do feed by hand. And, you know, Pavlov's theory really works. These guys here will actually get used to you coming up and you whistle at them, they'll come right through you. They play. The ones on the front, did you notice how they followed everybody around? They love people, and they know that when you walk up, they're going to
Oh, in the fixed tank at the beginning of
yeah,
the day, yeah.
in the room. No, I mean in the classroom. Yeah, they will actually sit there and play with you because they think that you're going to feed them. So yeah, Pavlov's theory really works.
So you're saying the circulation here causes the solids to come up and go out?
And go out. That's correct.
But you said that it goes to the middle, right?
Everything runs to the middle and then runs right back out.
So it brings them up off the bottom.
It brings them out the bottom and out the side.
You should have that patent.
Well, you know what? It's like everything else. You know, all this stuff that I've designed. You know what? Everything I've learned, it's always been, complete open source. So I feel the same way. So stuff that I design, your large solids. Your large solids hits the tank, drops down to the bottom, and that's what that bucket's for. Is twice a day we'll empty out the large solids. From the large solid, hey, you guys have already seen this. So from there, you guys, we come up on the back side of that, and you can see how actually the water coming out is actually fairly clean. That's because your large solids all sit at the bottom, and then the water comes up.
Is this separated all the way down?
All the way to the bottom. This tank or this plastic shield here goes about 3/4 of the way down. It's about that deep. So as the solids hit it, they just drop straight to the bottom into the tube. And then we just run it out a couple times a day.
So you don't really have circulation.
No circulation in there, it just does it itself. We just drop it up so that it has to come back up to the top to come out, and that's where it's all clean.
What's the volume of the clarifier? What's the volume?
The volume of this clarifier is about 75 gallons. It's a small one. Yeah.
And what's the membrane like?
That's all plastic. That's all PVC.
No, that is this one. This one.
Oh, this one here? Yeah, same thing. It's just PVC. It's just a different thickness. Yeah, it's just one that I made.
PVC?
Yeah, I just dropped it in. Yeah.
Oh, I have to put that, yeah.
So that's what that does is that actually just gives the large solids something to hit, and they just float to the bottom.
The water,
The water goes all the way down and then comes back up. The water that comes back up, that's just your small solids after that. And that's what goes into your net tanks. From the clarifier, you get the small solids into the net tanks. The net tanks has the net in it. And what's on the net tanks?
The net.
Yeah, but what's it got on it?
Solids.
Solids.
Oh, your small solids.
Small solids.
Small solids. So what happens? The fish, when they breathe, my last name's Gil, so I can do this on. All right, so get this one
I
right.
wondered about that.
Yeah, and then all my relatives are farmers. And what do I do for a living? I played with airplanes my whole life. I'm an aeronautical engineer. But anyway, fish breathe their gills through their gills. What comes out of the gills? Ammonia. Man, you guys are good. I ought to have you guys teaching this, man. You guys got it going. So out of the not only do the gills put out ammonia, but the waste puts out ammonia as well. What is ammonia? It's NO.
NH3.
It's just
NH3.
okay. Once it goes through the clarifier, it gets through up through the net tank, then it goes to what?
NO2. NO2. Nitrate.
Nitrates.
Nitrates.
One.
Nitrates.
NO1. So it goes NO once. After it goes through the net tank, added with air, then it comes out as NO2, which is nitrite or nitrates.
Nitrate. That's
Yes.
right.
And that's the reason. And what all along with this, where's all the nitrates come from other than inside here? That starts up through your whole system. You've got the bacteria that turns nitrites into nitrates as well. That's what all the slime on the bottom of your tanks and everything else is. It's just like everything else. It's just snake through. It goes from here to the other side, comes down to this one, and you can see where it goes over to the other one, and just works its way back and forth. Once it gets down to the end, this is all gravity feed right up to the very end tank. As it drains down, it's got the one little pump right here. And the only thing that pump does is get it started back over gravity to start it again,
The other one.
to return.
Is this plastic thing is, do you create like a
Yep,
round
there's
thing
the-
or flat?
The one in the middle,
This one is flat,
it's
right?
flat all the way down.
All the
Yeah,
way down.
but-
Because what
The bottom-
happens?
the
What
bottom
happens
too?
is at the bottom there. There's nothing in the bottom there. Everything that goes through has to run through the net, and that's the whole point of it. Once it goes through the net, it's cleared out, and then it comes back up. That net you have to clean every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on what you're growing.
1 to 2 weeks.
Yep.
What exactly is the net?
Yeah. It's
What mesh? Like window
no,
screen?
it is window screen.
Like
actually.
nylon window screen?
Yep. We use one of two things. We use either we either use the window screening or we use bird netting for the trees.
Are any of those organically certified?
They are organically certifiable. Yep. Everything that we use in this system, right down to the paint on these systems, is certifiable. Even the screen. So in cases we do just the top sides though.
Is that just to protect it? Or?
Yeah, it's just to protect it. You don't do anything. Whenever you guys, and this is the other thing, is a lot of people don't understand. Once you got this painted, you can clean the top, you can wash the tops down. Don't use any bleaches or anything else. You just wash the top down. But the bottom of these rafts, as you can see, are not painted. And you do not wash the bottoms because that's all your good bacteria. You start washing off all your bacteria and what happens? Man, your system just goes all crappy. Everything starts dying and you're going, what the heck happened? And then just goes back and forth. But he's got this hooked up so that this can pull out. Sorry? Yeah. No problem. It's got to be one pump. And it's just a small pump.
pull these from higher things disconnected from the rest, so it'll go just directly down to the next one. And then smaller plants.
It depends. I mean, those plants are. You usually get one in May or June, and then you get another one in July or August.
He said that banana plant is 3 months old.
What we find is they continue to just bear on and on and on once they get big. Now, the other thing about this silly little banana plant only being 3 months old is look at the little cockeye coming out. You got another one right there. To prove we can do it.